Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Beth, here to help you fulfill your potential in meditation. As most of you know, I don't have just one method that I teach to everybody, like one size fits all. Instead, I much prefer to teach people one-on-one. And the reason is that you're all different. So please use these videos as a guideline, and if there's anything that isn't quite working for you or anything that doesn't quite fit, then be in touch and I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you one-on-one. Today's video is about a very interesting topic, which is discerning future materiality and mentality, future Namarupa. So in the same way that we can discern materiality and mentality arising and perishing now, so too we can discern them arising and passing away in the future. Now, it's important to understand that when we discern future materiality mentality, the future can change. And the reason is that every moment we are putting in new causes and conditions which will change the course of the future. So whenever we discern future materiality and mentality, we're just discerning one version of the future that is based on the present causes and conditions. So what do we do when we want to actually discern this future materiality and mentality in practice? Well, we start counterintuitively by discerning past Nama, past mentality. So I've made a separate video on how to discern that past Nama. If you haven't done so already, I'd suggest that you watch that video, but not only watch the video, also do the practice if you can, so that this one's really clear to you. So we start by discerning past Nama, and it can be recent past Nama, that which happened in the mind a few minutes ago, a few days ago, a few weeks ago. And when we feel confident discerning that past Nama, we can then start discerning forwards from that point in the past. So let's say we start a few weeks ago, we start discerning forwards from there back towards the present moment. And as we get to the present moment, we essentially ignore the fact that it's the present moment and we just keep on going straight past. So we start from a few weeks ago, we discern forwards, 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 straight through the present moment and forwards, 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 forwards. And before you know it, you're in future Nama, future mentality. We can then keep on discerning forwards towards the end of this life, when we're older and older, and we can discern past the death moment of this life and into the future life. So that's how we discern future Nama. We can then discern future Rupa in the same way, starting with the heart base. So in the same way as discerning past materiality, we started with the past heart base and we went on from there, so too with the future in exactly the same way. Discerning the future heart base, then future mind-born materiality, and so on. Now, a really interesting little exercise to do when we can discern the future materiality and mentality is to see if we can find when or if it stops. Now, oftentimes for meditators practicing at this level, we don't have very many future lives left, and the reason is because we are bound to attain Nibbana, which is very good news. So we can check our future lives to see how many there are, if or when they will stop, or if they just keep on going for hundreds and hundreds of more lives. And so to do that, we discern into the future, past the death moment of this life, into the future life. If needs be, past the death moment of the next life, into the following life, and so on. And at some point we might see that there are no more causes and conditions for future materiality and mentality to arise, and it essentially stops. At that point we found our pari-nibbana, our final nibbana, and we'll be using that point for our discernment of dependent origination in the future. Now, if you do see the future lives go on and on and on and on and on, this is also good information for you when we come to practice dependent origination, because we can start to look at the causes and conditions for the continuation of that materiality and mentality long into the future, and you can decide for yourself if that's something that you really want. Okay, so that's what I have to say today for discerning future materiality and mentality. As I said, it's a fascinating stage of practice. If there's anything that's unclear to you, anything you're unsure about, then be in touch. I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you one-on-one. But now is the time to get off of those screens, get onto the cushions. There's so much to this practice of meditation, so let's not waste time. As most of you know, I do all of my work on a donation basis, so I encourage you to support me either through Patreon or through my website so that I can continue to make these videos. Thank you so much for your support. Wishing you the best with your meditation.